Is Cathy here? Well, I think the girls that I date went together.
That's a nice evening. looks like Amy.
Good evening. On behalf of the faculty and graduates of St. Joe, I welcome all of you to our graduation ceremony. And I welcome our faculty who is coming in now. Thank you. They've been patiently waiting in the wings. It is only fitting that we begin this beautiful evening by asking God's blessing on us, and so I ask Sister Pam to lead us in prayer.
As we come together this evening to pray, we ask you, our God, source of all being, eternal Word, and Holy Spirit, to be present among us in a very special way. We ask that you look with favor upon these our graduates, for whom today is a special occasion and a most beautiful day. We ask you to surround them with your gentle love, as we thank you for gracing them with the very gift of life. You have blessed them with many gifts, which they have beautifully shared with each other and all of us over these past 4 years, as they have prepared for this next step in life. We, the St. Joe family, now pause in silence and ask you to bring together and unite all of our prayers for the class of 1991. God of all, as you bless our graduates with your divine love, we bless them and send them forth with our love. We do this in your name, you who are our source of being, love, and peace. Amen. And now we would like to continue our prayers of blessing as the Academy Chorus under the direction of Mr. David Kowalczyk sings The Blessings of Aaron.
Shine upon thee and
ask a member of St. Joe's class of 56, a woman who has had 3 daughters graduate from St. Joe and who has herself been very involved in many activities at St. Joe, both as a worker and as a leader. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a very special friend of St. Joe, Mrs. Mary Dennis.
Sitting there watching all the beautiful graduates. Sister Mary DePaul, Sister Nancy, Sister Pam, wonderful faculty and staff of St. Joe, parents, grandparents, and friends. As a member of the class of 1956, I salute you, the 150th graduating class of our beloved St. Joseph's Academy. I am all at once proud, honored, grateful and humbled by the honor you have asked me to speak here on this, a most memorable occasion. It is an honor I take very seriously, and I have prayed very hard about it. When the occasion arises for me to speak to a group of people, it's usually off the cuff. When I accepted this challenge, I didn't know I had to write anything down. But Miss Povard said I did. I'm not very good at writing things on paper. My letters to my daughters usually consist of a check and, "Hi, I hope everything's going well, love, Mom." My last formal paper was written before any of you were born. I would like to tell you about the Academy 150 years ago, but I'm not quite that old. But I can tell you about the Academy 35 years ago when this new Frontenac campus began. To build a new school, the Sisters of St. Joseph went with holes in their shoes. No one was asked for money. It was the sacrifice of the sisters and their families that made this school possible. Can you imagine coming here all the way out to the country on the first day? Transportation were big yellow school buses. And that's why the circle in front of the gym is still called the bus circle from time to time. Lindbergh was a 2-lane road. Schneidhurst was there, but Plaza Frontenac was a field. Our senior year was enhanced by the fact the building wasn't finished. Men were installing ceilings and wiring and flooring, which was a great educational event for some of us. But some of my classmates were much more interested in the workmen. Field mice ran rampant, and your lunch was not safe, even in your own locker. The gym floor was green and white vinyl tile. Along with all the changes since then, trees, grass, a wooden gym floor, and a wonderful new addition. The real changes have been in the educational and spiritual aspects of the Academy. When I look back at St. Joe, I think of the wonderful education I received to prepare me for college and eventually for teaching and motherhood. Mine was good. Yours was even better. The constant effort to keep up with the newest in educational facilities and techniques has been something to watch over the years. The expansion of meaningful new disciplines, computers, math, and science, has brought us to a new world for women. Your education brings you to the doorstep of being a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a teacher, a scientist, with all the tools to excel and the wisdom to incorporate the role of motherhood with a career. Much credit goes to your administration and faculty. Their dedication to St. Joe and to the girls here is a catalyst that sends you out as mature Christian women. A few months ago, I attended a luncheon at Carondelet, and the sister who was our guide commented on the fact that the Academy was always a driving force for the order here in this area. That force is still in effect today. We had opportunities for spiritual growth, retreats, Sodality of Mary and May Day. This doesn't compare with where you are with your faith. I'm overwhelmed at the role you play in planning liturgies as lectors, as ministers of the altar, as greeters. When I attend one of your masses, my eyes fill with tears when I see how not only spiritually, but physically present you are with your God. My hope is that you will always stay that close to him. Your participation in serving your community and helping those in need is another step in becoming the mature Christian women you are. This participation prepares you for future involvement in the church as active lay women. We had a social life here then, to people events in those long ago years. Father-daughter banquets, dances, mission work, plays, and music programs. All were wonderful and meaningful. The expansion of this part of your school life is marvelous. The family participation in masses, in programs, in sporting events leads to more and more of that feeling of the family of St. Joe. The grand way you commit yourself to the missions, the marvelous things you learn on your senior projects, brings about a socially mature person. Anyone who comes out to St. Joe with me for any occasion can look at my face and see what I think of this place and of you. You are special. You're special to your parents. You're special to each other. You're special to the administration and faculty. And you're special to the alumni of St. Joe. In other words, you're special to the whole St. Joe family. We admire you. We enjoy you. We pray for you, and we love you as our own. It is a very unique thing in St. Louis that when you see someone and you ask them where they went to school, they usually say their high school. Maybe that's because we never really leave. My best friends, for the most part, the people I see and relate to, are my friends from St. Joe. People from the Mothers Club, people from the Alumni Association. But even more, many people who are my classmates are still my best friends. And I hope that for you too. The current Alumni Association has the longest life and the most activities of any alumni association thus far. It wouldn't dare fail because Sister Mary DePaul started it. We are now 10 years old, a fledgling when you consider 150 years. We have a newsletter, we have 2 major events each year. We have our fall fashion show and dinner that's always a sellout. We have a mass and brunch in the spring. At this event, we usually have a contingency of ladies that come from the Carondelet campus from the years 1922 on. At this Mass, we celebrate reunions. We hope that you will make this event part of your first reunion get-together. The Alumni Award was given this year. It is given at this event every year, and this year was given to, because of the 150th year, to a record 4 ladies. Dr. Cecilia Piskevich Reichert, class of 33, believed to be our first physician and a committed alum. Margaret Murphy Nestor, class of 46, who was a stalwart in the St. Joe family, and her granddaughter will start here in September. Mary Virginia Downey Klein, class of 51, for extensive volunteer work in the community and a great devotion to St. Joe. And the mother of one of your classmates, Rosemary Mantilla Quigley, class of 63, for volunteer work in the community and extensive time given to St. Joe. I hope, as a voting member of the awards committee, that your names will come before us for consideration. I urge you to never forget that you always have a place here at St. Joe. My hope is that by your participation, the younger members of our family can be heard and their needs met. Participation in the Alumni Association seals that bond you have with St. Joe. Through the alumni, you can meet all ages and careers, and enlarge your St. Joe family. We want to know where you are. We want to know what you're doing. We are proud to have you as part of the Alumni Association of St. Joseph's Academy. So we send you out to conquer the world, to be a driving force for good, to honor your God, your parents, your school, your friends. Rely on what you've learned. Be confident in yourself. Godspeed. Never forget we love you, and you always have a place at St. Joe.
Thank you, Mary, and I'm going to use the words of the school song, which I know is very special to you. Thank you for a salute to St. Joseph's Academy, and it is very evident that your friendship has been fostered in loyalty. Thank you. At this time, we would like our chorus to perform their second song entitled Dreams. I would now like to call upon the valedictorian of the class of 1991 to make a few comments. Would you please welcome Teresa Juritich.
Good evening. Life creeps up on us like an approaching storm. We don't realize it is coming until it is upon us. Graduation seemed so far away as freshmen. It still felt like a long time coming senior year. But graduation is now upon us, and high school has passed from our lives just as the clouds sail through the sky on a lazy day. The days once seemed long and endless, but now they are gone. Now is the time for us to move on, to leave our parents, to find our independence, to suck the very marrow out of life. Now is not the time for regrets, but for the hopes of new life. Now is the time to seize the day and to make of it what we want. Our time at St. Joe is almost over, and that time is precious, each moment held in the palm of our hand. Our time at St. Joe has made us bolder, more ready for the future, and older, more wise with our ambitions. But as we embark on the future and leave St. Joe behind, we trust in the friends we've made and know they will always be here for us. Each of us came from different backgrounds, but we all found our way to St. Joe. We walked through the halls as freshmen, sticking to it the people we knew from grade school. By sophomore year, we recognized all the faces in our class. Junior year, we had made new friends and let go of others. As seniors, we have formed unique personalities. We know our likes and our dislikes. We have an idea of who we are and what we want to be. We have each grown in our own ways, yet as we go on in our separate lives, we will take with us the ideals St. Joe has taught us. We trust in the ideals of not I, but we, and by being kind and just to all, know that we will always be surrounded by friends. We trust that to forgive and to forget is better than spiteful revenge, that life is too fun-filled to be wasted on anger and regret, that optimism can turn whatever life hands us into something good. We trust that when we can't be the best, we can still hold our own, that in accepting failure, we can learn the lesson it teaches. We trust that we need to keep on doing what we are doing, even when others don't understand. We trust in our education, knowing that it will help us to understand the past and to create the future. We trust in our families, knowing that they love and support us. We trust that by starting anew and by never losing faith in God and friends, we will have an abundance of riches. By having faith in these ideals, we know that we will find happiness and success that nothing good will ever pass us by, and we will not have lived in vain.
Thank you, Teresa. Your words were not only well spoken to your classmates, but I think held something for each of us in them. Again, thank you. May I now ask Miss Mary Alice Hennessy to come to the microphone and help in the presentation of our diplomas.
And the class of 1991. Valedictorian, Teresa Marie Juritish. Salutatorian, Melissa Maria Dahl. Julia Cecilia Anderson. Megan Johanna Andrew. Caroline Marie Bachman. Laura Ann Barnacle. Bridget Layton Barrett. Colleen Patricia Berry.
What? You have to do it.
Anita Denise Baum.
Are you going to do it too, dear?
Sarah Brady Baumstark. Carol Ann Bildner.
She's next.
Catherine Mary Bowers.
Wait until she gets it.
Meredith Ann Brennan.
Oh, you guys are so lame.
Christine Marie Buchanan. Julie Anna Buckner.
No, I didn't even get her on film. I don't even. She went to St. Clement, didn't she? They didn't have her. I don't think so.
Christina Maria Detloff. Elizabeth Ann Deering.
Are you filming this guy?
Catherine Jewel Belfield.
Are you filming this? Are you filming them? Okay. Scotty, put your left
Lisa
eye in
Lemire
there.
Dugan.
Switch the eyes, it helps. I'm just saying, put this eye in there.
Amy Catherine Durham.
What?
Anne Christine Einig. Christine Mary Emeran.
I can't hear you.
Jennifer D. Feldman. Jennifer Ann Flaherty. Suzanne Marguerite Flavin. Christina Cleary Fleener. Ann Foss. Melissa Marie Gall. Gina Flavina Galati. Julie Elizabeth Georges. Krista Marie Giroux. Jenna Kensley Class. Amy Elizabeth Goddard. Nancy Patricia Gearing. Barbara Jo Hagerman.
No, you're not allowed. People have had their eyes poked out, apparently.
Elizabeth Marie Haynes.
Who knows?
Christine L. Hammerschmidt. Jennifer Elizabeth Hardy. Karen Michelle Hayes. Lisa Ann Hayes. Maureen Marie Healy. Tiffany Michelle Hendricks. Angela Maria Hill. Colleen Marie Hip. Dorian Lee Hoffert. Teresa Marie Huber. Renee Marie Hucklam. Lisa Michelle Hillsman. Susan Bernadette Huffman.
I just want to know our family's lame. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're right. The graduation cops are all over them, Terry.
Christine Adele Hurley.
The graduation cops.
That's right. They're all over the place with their red ties.
Michelle Marie Kenny.
So the graduation cops are from those people that go.
Emily Birch Kurtz. Sarah Rebecca Kiger. Megan Bridget Keneally.
Yeah, I think it's all these
Julie Adrienne
people standing
Kepner.
around up here. Is your arm getting tired, Scott? Is your arm getting tired? You want me to do it?
Mary Elizabeth Lake. Mary Megan Megan Lane. Jennifer Ann Locke. Colleen Allison Lightwater. Melissa Marie Lesniak. Natisha Lopez Sapiro. Lisa Louise Maroney.
Yeah, to give her my number before she goes.
Molly Colleen Martin. Bridget Kathleen McCarthy. Megan Colleen McCauley. Colleen Sullivan McCool. Barbara Mary McGee. Margaret Mary McKendry. Colleen Marie McEwen. Nicole Elizabeth Minos.
What's the problem? You getting tired of doing that, Eddie?
Angela Maria Mers.
Turn the camera sideways so it looks like they're walking through.
Colleen Bridget Michael.
I forgot why I was here, but what'd you do?
Christine Michelle Miller.
What is Scott doing?
Who knows?
I'm trying to keep her. Jerry, what did you
Lynn Ann Molenberg.
Oh, those terrible people.
Carmen Renee Molitor. Suzanne Michelle Morel.
Like it's the worst thing you can do. Have fun.
Kelly Marie Murphy.
What a bunch of babes.
Lila Christine Narkowitz. Michelle Diane Nasser.
Some of my best work.
Jacqueline Nicole Newkirk. Mary Bridget Farley Neese.
I think she hiked up.
Kelly Dean O'Connell. Catherine Renee Pastor. Darcy Swope Patton. Jamie Marie Pierce. Megan Ann Piazza.
This is the last thing.
Beth Ann Purley. Carolyn Carteret Quigley. Mary Therese Rayhawk. Renee Angela Reagan.
Some good close-ups here.
You'd think she can't read if somebody else is
Amy
applauding.
Elizabeth Reinhardt.
Get some good close-ups here.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Bernice Kirsty Reyes.
For the graduates, we should yell her name. Way to go, Cam.
Look at that pickles, Billy.
Kimberly Ann Richardson.
Bugs crawling.
Frank said she's been asking him for a week.
Look at this. Look at this.
Frank said that she's been asking us for
Carrie Lynn Romero.
We didn't do anything.
Jennifer Susan Sanford.
We're trying to liven up the film, Mom.
Angela Bridget Scanlon.
What are you doing? Happy graduation,
Deanna Lynn Siller.
Careful.
Tricia Ellen Sinclair. Amy Marie Sennett.
The boat count's pretty high in there. Okay.
Christina Maria Squire. Emily Marie Snyders. Stacy Dawn Steinhoffel. Rebecca Lynn Stegall.
I kind of like the way they have this football marks in the windows.
Karen Teresa Stokes. Rosa Maria Toro. Veronica Maria Torres. Claire Louise Tyron. Catherine Ann Vasquez. Nicole Ann Wakus. Jennifer Ann Weir. Maureen Cecilia Weir.
She thought she bit her tongue. She bit her tongue. She'd be ready.
Carol Beth Voltrakis. Amy Elizabeth Whitnauer.
I don't even know her and I want to yell.
Jennifer Lynn Wolfers. Pamela Suzanne Young. Now let's hear it.
Way to go, Cathy!
sing with us the school song.
There it goes. The proud parents here.
Once, graduation. That's the only time we sang it.
That theme to Star Wars. We'll get out of here.
Yeah, once we go inside.
Possible without the teachers